So the other day I posted on Instagram for people to ask me questions, and they can ask me as deep a question as they want. Any question, I will answer it. So we got some questions. The first question is a memory of a moment that changed slash shaped how you see the world. I think a big that's a good one. That's a really good one. But I would say discovering that a member of my family that was very close to me, I'm not going to say which member of my family, but that my family member was cheating on another family member. And yeah, that really changed this. And I discovered this myself at a very young age. And I knew about it for years before before like anything was actually like done, or, a big confrontation about it. But yeah, I just knew it as I knew what was happening when I was younger. And I would say like the way that impacted the way I see everything is I mean, well, obviously it's very traumatic at a young age to discover such a thing, but it really kills your innocence as a kid to see that someone's so close, because when you're a kid, you view certain members of your family in this it's very high regard. They're perfect, they do no wrong, and they're always there for you, da da da. And I really learned that just because somebody loves you does not mean they won't risk their relationship with you or do something to hurt you. Love, someone can love you and still put you in harm's way, or not do something that is the best for you, not always have your best interests in mind. So that's one big thing I learned. And just trust, you know what I mean? Like you really can't trust anybody, like after that, it's, how hard it is for me to trust people these days. Like someone that close to me did something like that, like anyone can do anything to you. So, I definitely have trust issues, but I'm glad that happened, and it shaped the way I interact with the world and perceive the world, because, it keeps me safe from, it keeps me very cautious and safe, and I know how to spot things. I'm intuitive, and I remember, I don't know. It's just, yeah, I would say that definitely impacted the way I view the world, because, and if my thoughts are scattered right now, it's because it's 5 a.m. I'm not really, in the perfect headspace to be talking about deep stuff, but whatever. I just want to talk and rant. But yeah, just realizing, not, even the people closest to you, teachers, parents, family members, whoever, they're not perfect. And I realize that, like nobody's perfect. And, you learning how to still love somebody despite doing something like that, something that could devastate the entire family structure, learning to still love somebody despite that, and understanding that, people are flawed, they go through their own things. And, you never know what somebody's going through mentally, whatever. And it shouldn't excuse their behavior, just because someone's going through something does not excuse them to just do whatever. It's not about what you're going through. It's about how you handle it, how you deal with it. So if you're having a bad day, to go take it out on everybody else, that's no excuse. You know what I mean? Like, I don't excuse things, but it helps me understand them. And understanding the reason for something happening and excusing something happening is two very different things. All right. So that's different. Like if someone goes and shoots up a school, I understand the reason they did this is likely because they're suffering from a mental condition, because that's not normal behavior to go do that thing. Right. But to excuse, that's not an excuse. And that's what people always get twisted. Oh, you're excusing the shooter because you're saying that you're pinning it all on mental illness. Like, well, yeah, because someone that isn't mentally ill wouldn't go do that shit. So yeah, obviously it's a mental illness. We're just pointing out the reason. We're just, we have to identify the reason for something happening before we, we're not excusing it. If we want to do anything about this, first we need to identify the reason, and that's the reason. So I think that's important. It's not an excuse. It's just a reason. It's only an excuse if you try to excuse it using that reason, which I don't do, and most people they don't do it either, not from what I see. But yeah, so that teaches that, just teach me a lot of life lessons at a young age, but big on trust, you know what I mean? Ultimately, you cannot trust anybody, you know what I mean? Like, you really can't. And people say sorry, but it doesn't mean they're sorry. They can say things just to shut you up, just to please you. So it really helps you watch out for these things. But I would say that definitely impacted the way I view the world, for sure. Yeah. And I could go more in depth about it, but we have a lot of questions to get to. Let's see. Someone said, from being a bit more on the rebel side to the educated young man that you are now, what made you click? many things made me click. Part of it was just growing up, getting older. I lived in a area for a large portion of my life where I only saw the negatives in people. I only saw the bad. You know, I was exposed to violence and crime and all this shit. So, you know, these things being like just pervasive throughout my life, I only saw the worst in people, and I assumed that that's really all people had to offer because it's all I was exposed to. And then as I grew older, moved different places. I moved like 12 times or more growing up. I went to 3 different high schools. I went, you know what I mean? Like I've been around, which really helped shape, you know, my experience, you know, it gave me a lot of, depth perception throughout life to have so many experiences and, you know, encounter all these different types of people and different incomes and everything, you know, to have like such like thorough and in-depth experience with so many people, you know, just such a wide range of different types of people from all around the world and coming from all these different backgrounds. It's really helped me throughout life. But so I would say that had definitely helped shape me. It's just like a broader perspective on people and just like conditions in general. That definitely helped. I would say something that I would say the biggest thing I think is MMA. Like before MMA, I was fighting random people in the street and just messing with people and just doing bad shit. And then when I really got into MMA, you know, I always had like principles in my mind to follow. I've always had a pretty like decent moral compass. But MMA really taught me, I don't know, it really helped with understanding what strength really looks like. Because in the MMA gym, also understanding how insignificant and weak I truly was. But, you know, you learn that, you know, the most dangerous people in that building are oftentimes the nicest people you'll encounter. They're the nicest people. They're the most generous people. And they'll lend their hand to you. And that really helps you out, especially as a young man. You know, you start to understand this is what strength looks like. Strength isn't the guy that walks around with their chest puffed out talking about how they can do whatever they want to anybody and how they're so dangerous and da da da. No, that's not what strength looks like. I mean, can someone be like, act like that and be strong? Sure, right? But that's not true strength. You know, a strong man is humble. You know, it really teaches you humility, you know, and teaches how really meaningless you are in the ground. You know, it really teaches you there's always a bigger fish, you know. And at one MMA gym, I got so good at fighting in this gym, and I was beating everybody up at the gym. I was the best guy in the gym, just smoking people, not boom, just flatlining people all the time during sparring, etc. I thought I was the shit, right? And the only reason I was doing that is because it was like we were really rough in that gym. Like that was just kind of the culture in the gym. Most gyms you shouldn't be knocking people out and shit, but that's like what they promoted there, so it happened. But then I moved gyms, right? And mind you, I thought I was like hot shit. I was thinking, oh, I'm going to this new gym, you know, da da da. I think I'm gonna just like crush everybody. No. And this is when I experienced ego death. A true ego death, not just the shit that, you know, hipster people show off about, or they say they experienced it because they took some shrooms or some shit. No, this was real ego death, okay? And I've never been the same since this day. I spar at this new gym, and this new gym is full of professional fighters. We got some UFC guys in there, world champion jiu-jitsu people. I can't say the name of the gym because people may, you know, be weird about it, stalk me, etc., etc. But it's a very, very well-known gym, and we have very good fighters in there. So one of the first times I sparred was with a woman, and they were like, "Oh, be easy on her. Don't go too hard on her." I was like, "Okay." Mind you, I still think I'm hot shit. I'm fresh out this other gym. I'm thinking, oh, like, shit, I'm gonna smoke everybody here. I did not know that this girl, and despite her being very small, all right, whatever. This was years and years ago. But despite her being very small, I did not know that they just conveniently left this part out. She was a undefeated professional fighter. And beat the holy shit out of me. Like, didn't even try to take it easy. I'm talking, I've never been kicked more times in the head than that day right there. Like, I got brutalized. Like, it looked like I got hit by a car when it was all over. I was decimated. Mentally, physically, I got destroyed. And after that, I just sat in my car for like, it could have been an hour. I don't know. Time was just it was no longer real in that moment. I just sat in my car And I was like, holy shit. I rethought everything. Everything I believed to be true about myself was suddenly no longer true. And that is like, that was ego death. I've never been the same. And I've just always been like a really humble person. Since like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't try to be anything I'm not. Because that exposure was so impactful to me. I never wanted to experience such a thing again. I mean, this girl just beat the holy shit out of me. And I sat there in silence and just, I rethought everything. And I think that's a powerful moment when you're forced to rethink something you were so passionate about. I'm telling you, MMA was my life. It was what I wanted to do. It still is. But it's what I wanted to do with my life. And to sit there and have to rethink at that age. I was like, what? 18, 19? I don't know how old I was. But I was just sitting there like, maybe this isn't what I want to do. Maybe I'm not as good at this as I thought. Like everything just... I drove home in silence. It was one of those silent car ride moments. I drove home in complete silence. I was like, I don't even deserve music. Like, I didn't even earn music after that shit. Yeah. And I've had moments like that. And it's just, you understand it's okay to get knocked down, get beat up. It's about coming back the next day. Despite that happening, I came back the next day. Then came back the next day. Then came back the next day. You know, so, but I would say that definitely, just things like this, you know, really helped shape. If they knock all that bullshit out of you, that weak energy, you know, and staying in the gym, multiple gyms, you know, I'm a very disciplined person. I've always been this way. I've always been very disciplined with diet and stuff like that. I've always like gone on my way to do things to like keep my mind on track and always like stay grounded. That's always a big thing for me. Stay grounded. Never let your head get too inflated, despite no matter what anyone has told you, no matter what the numbers are saying, no matter what numbers in my bank account, never stray away from the truth. You know, the truth is that you're not very significant. You're not very special. None of us are, and we all exist within this little blip of time, and it's all going to end one day. And ultimately, in the grand scheme of human history, none of us will really amount to very much. And that's just the truth. It's just, you can call it whatever mindset you want to. You could say it's that's too dark. That's really you know, whatever you want to say, nihilistic. Say what you would. Say what you wish, right? But that's how I believe. That's how I see things. So yeah, you know, I always do things to keep myself grounded. And yeah, I would say, you know, constantly practicing things that will keep you humble. You know, not only pursuing things that you are great at immediately or already good at, but having those day one moments. And that's why you should be very ambitious about life and pursue many things, because it's okay to be a student. And I would say that's one big thing that really helped me like stray away from the rebel shit and you know, just seeing the good in people really. But I'm I'm very scatterbrained right now, sorry, but just it's okay to be a student. It's okay to fail. It's okay to fail, but it's not okay to give up. And I've always thought it was important to just kind of put myself out there and fail in front of everybody, fall flat on my face in front of everybody, and just get up, just brush myself off and keep going. I mean, that's just life, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine, you know. And in terms of education, I mean, like my curiosity about the world and just my appreciation for being an educated and intellectual individual, you know, it just grew as I got older, and being exposed to people who are very smart and can really engage in like deep conversations and really get you thinking. I always thought it was very fascinating, and I've always kind of been this way, like growing up since I was a kid. I've like teachers have always told me like, oh, you're an old soul and blah blah blah, because I like to talk about like, you know, random, you know, whatever. But it's just you know, you kind of like develop a passion for it as your curiosity and love for just life itself and just your fascination grows. You know, meet more people, explore more, and the more you explore and put yourself out there, naturally I feel for some people this curiosity will develop where you wish to know more. about the world around you, and you wish to see things deeper than just surface level. And not everybody has this thing in them that like gets curious and wonders and asks questions and stuff like that. Like not everybody has this. So like I don't know how to like teach or, you know, promote this in somebody, but for me it's just always been there, you know, being just always asking. Like I've just been a askety ass motherfucker, bro. Like I've just always been like, my mom is just like, you have a question for everything, you have a question for the question you just asked, da da da. Like, but that's really that's how like philosophers are born, my boy. Like that's, you know, you ask questions, you just ask, be curious, stay curious, have childlike wonder throughout your whole life. It doesn't need to stop when you become adult. Stay curious, stay, you know, I don't know, just like, it's just like an ambition for knowledge, to know things. But you must understand, you can never know everything, you know, and you never really know anything. But to it's just the want to know. You don't have to know anything. You don't even have to learn anything, really. It's just the want to learn. You know what I mean? To be a student and to soak up the information. Be like a sponge throughout life. Be like a sponge. Soak everything you can up. Try to understand things. Try. You don't have to, you know, understand them to any like this like profound degree, but just try. It's the effort. You know, stay curious, stay ambitious about life. And that's all I can say, man. That's kind of like what kind of like kept me on track. And yeah, just developing principles, you know, through the gym, you know, like things like discipline, things like doing the right thing, and like really getting your moral compass, you know, intact, in order, you know what I mean? Calibrated, whatever word you want to use. Just, yeah, man, that's, yeah, you got to understand the difference between like a weak man and a strong man. You know, a lot of weak men, they have the perception of what they perceive to be strong men. You know, they want the perception, they want the tattoos and the gun and the poking the chest out and the chin up. But strong men, they see right through that shit. You know, these guys in the gym, you see it all the time. These guys fresh off the street. And I was this guy one day. I can't talk too much shit. I mean, this was me one day, walking in the gym thinking I could take everybody on, and I'm just built different, and I'm this, I'm that, and well, when I get angry, it's just a different story, bro. I'm not like you, bro. I'm built different. And then some humble guy who's not trying to be anything he's not really, just goes and humbles you, beats the holy shit out of you. And he showed you that he didn't need to try to scare you into submission beforehand. He didn't need to try to intimidate you before anything popped off. He was confident in himself, and he saw right through your little act, your facade, because they see it all the time. And then I slowly be turned into this person that sees through other people's facades. And would get these military, always be these like military guys that, you know, they're trying to try MMA for the first time, and they think they're like these hot shots, these Marine guys, because they can shoot some guns accurately and shit. They can do some push-ups, so they think they can beat everybody in a fight, but they don't know actual like hand-to-hand technical combat. And they would waltz in the gym, chin up, you know, these football player guys, they think they're big shit. And then my skinny ass, at the time I was like 145, it's at like 6'1", 145, would just waltz in here with my little leggings and beat the holy shit out of them. And I would see the look in their face, realizing, oh shit. They'd have that same look on their face that I had when I looked in my mirror in my car after that girl beat the shit out of me. That realization, like, oh shit, I am not what I thought I was. Strength, grit, none of these things were actually fundamental to me. It was all a facade. I was only as strong as the second strongest person in the room. But you have to remember, there's always a bigger fish. All right, there's always a bigger fish. And you know, you can't just be the biggest fish in your pond, which is a lot the case with a lot of people, is they want to just be the biggest fish in their pond. But like life, the world, it's not a pond, it's more like an ocean. All right, and there's always a bigger fish. Trust, there's always a bigger fish. So, you know, that's how you have to just see things, and that really helped shape the way I like view everything, and really helped me mature and like get out of that like that macho era, and understand that a strong man it's not like always going out their way to insult people and put people down to boost themselves up and use everybody as like a step. to like boost up their own strength and prop themselves up. It's not about that. It's just about knowing deep down what you're capable of, and you know, using like your strengths to help others or protect others, stuff like this. You know what I mean? It's not all about just abusing your power and like letting everybody know how tough and strong you are and how this you are, and like because you're constantly proving yourself. And what I see when people do that is like, who are you trying to convince? At some point it seems like you're just trying to convince yourself. You know, you're just trying to make yourself feel better, or yeah, it's just you see through these things, you know what I mean? You see right through this shit. But anyways, let's get on to the next question. What is the best compliment someone has given you? I don't know if I have like a specific, maybe if I thought like long and hard and it also wasn't 5 a.m. I could come up with like the best compliment. But as of now, I think the best compliments, plural, are the ones that just say that like I make their day. You know, because like people go through some serious shit out here. You know, I've heard some insane stories from some people that watch my videos, like what they're going through in life, and to think like they can turn my video on and kind of escape that moment for just a moment. They can escape it, and they can just kind of escape with me and smile and just forget. Because I used to be that person. I used to, like, literally my life was on fire. I was in the darkest moments, and I could just turn on a video and forget anything around me was happening. And it was great. It was fantastic. It was a nice little escape from my morbid reality. And then when the video ended, I would come right back and life sucked again. And that it just is what it is, you know what I mean? And I like to be able to be that for some people, you know, be the guy that, you know, they can turn me on their computer, their TV or whatever, and they can forget that life is in shambles and that everything sucks and is only getting worse day by day. You know, they can kind of forget that that's all going on when they turn me on. So that I would say those are some pretty good compliments, is when people say that. I'm like, wow, that's special. That's a special feeling I could you know, give people. Let's see. Do you ever feel like you're on the wrong path? Yeah, for sure. I think we all feel this way. I don't think there is a right or wrong path unless the path is like turning to drugs and crime and like, you know, inflicting pain and misery on others. I don't really think there is a wrong path. There are different routes, you know. To think that there's only like one correct path for you, I think is a misleading way to like perceive life. I don't think that's how life works. I think there are many doors, and these doors lead to other doors, you know, and some doors are going to lead to rooms that are a little more, you know, a little more extravagant than others, you know, a little better than others, but they're all moving forward. And, you know, it's just where do you want to be is really what it is. Like, where do you want to be? What do you want to prioritize in life? That's really what's going to like determine like which path is for you. You know, and just because you're, you know, doing things a little slower, there were some bumps in the road, maybe you didn't get the promotion you wanted when you know, try to get it or whatever, or you didn't graduate on time when you wanted to, whatever. A lot of these things are just like our perceptions, because we compare ourselves to others and we see the time it took for other people to accomplish things. So we compare, you know, their time to our time, and we see we're behind. So we start feeling bad about ourselves. But everyone just has different paces, you know what I mean? We just have a different pace. We're not all in the same race. We're all, you know, and to think like that's what we do. We see like we're all of us, we see ourselves and everyone on social media like we're all in just the same race with the same goals. And if we see people ahead of ourselves, we start feeling bad. But that's not the case. We are all in separate races and separate lanes, and we're not like, my path has nothing to do with this person's path or this person's path I'm seeing on social media or anything. It has nothing to do. My life is my life. Their life is their life. And, you know, that is what it is. So, what is the wrong or right path? I don't know your path. I don't know your goals. So I can't really determine that, you know, but I know for me, many times I feel like I'm doing the wrong thing, or, you know, just, that's natural. That's natural. Especially at like a younger age. I could tell that the person that sent this, I believe he's like in his early 20s. Yeah, I mean, that's natural, dude. Like, you're gonna feel that way. Like, you'll feel like that many times throughout life. You'll probably be in your 40s, and that feeling will hit you. Oh, shit. I could have been this. I could have done this. But at the end of the day, you need to look at what's in front of you. Not what could have been, should have been, or would have been. Look at what's in front of you. Look at the cards you've been dealt. because you don't know what cards other people have been dealt. So you know, don't compare yourself to them. Their circumstances can be completely different. You know, we've all been dealt a unique set of cards, okay? And you have to work with what you've been dealt. And that it is what it is. You don't know what the person beside you, what they've been dealt. So don't compare yourselves to them, their path, to your path. Just forget that, like, just ditch that whole mindset. And I'm saying the person that like sent this like has that mindset. I'm saying, well, a lot of people do. So I'm just trying to, you know, like ditch that mindset. That's not a helpful mindset. It's not going to really lead to like anything productive. It's only going to make you feel bad about yourself and make you feel like you're coming up short when really you're not, and you don't really know what's ahead of you. You know, you don't really know. So, you know, anything could change at any point in life, and something tremendous can happen for you. So you don't really know. So just try to, yeah, man. I don't know. Anyways, let's see. What is your favorite thing about life? Like knowing nothing. You know, I would say that's my favorite thing about life, is just knowing that I don't really know much, and just like our potential for growth. I would say, yeah, maybe that's my favorite thing about life, our potential for growth. Yeah, I like to know that, you know, I can evolve from this point I'm at right now. I can evolve, I can change, and then I can look back at where I was before and think, oh wow, I really thought this way. This is what I thought. That's funny, or this is what I believed to be true at that moment. And now that I'm older, I believe this to be true. And then when I'm older, I can look back at that moment and say the same exact thing. Seeing like the body transform, being in the gym and seeing my skills develop in MMA and everything, you know, every endeavor I have, seeing skills develop and, you know, flourish into these beautiful performances I can put on. I love that. You know, I love just the ability to like express myself in these ways and document it, and just grow, just like watch myself grow, you know. I think that's my favorite thing about life. It's just, and not just me, but watching other people grow as well. I think that's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'd say that's my favorite thing about life, is just the potential for growth and watching it unfold. How many kids are in your basement? I haven't checked in like weeks, dude. Probably at this point, I mean, we're talking like what, 6? Because I'm pretty sure like 2 of them ate the other one. So yeah, we're like about 6.5. Let's see. What would you do if you had 24 hours with a perfect clone of yourself? I would fight him. I want to see how I fight myself. So I would fight him, and I would also like do push-ups and shit against him. Like I would do like a series of physical tests with my perfect clone, and I would see who is the superior me, and then that one is the one that gets to carry on, okay, and then the other one will execute the other one. So we're gonna see who is worthy enough to be the real me. So yeah, that's what I would do. Let's see. What do you think the purpose of living is, since we just die in the end anyways? You know, the purpose of living is to find purpose in living. That's the purpose in living. That's what I believe. Yeah, I don't think there's any like inherent purpose or whatever. I don't think there's just like this one purpose we haven't discovered yet, that, you know, that is just there and is the objective truth of life. And, you know, no, I don't believe that to be true. I think our purpose is to find purpose in living. I don't think there is a purpose. You know what I mean? We have to discover that for ourselves, and that's a unique journey that we all go on, you know. So yeah, that's the purpose of life. And ultimately, you know, we are living beings, we are animals. So our purpose, like, I think our inherent purpose or innate purpose, whatever you want to say, the purpose within us all is ultimately to grow in some way. And you know, and that's what it is. You know, that's what animals do. They grow. They eat. You know, they get stronger. They like it. They procreate, etc. Like that. That is the purpose, is to grow. But it's just, in which ways do you wish to grow outside of just living, surviving, getting stronger, getting older, getting wiser, etc.? Like what other ways do you wish to grow? Do you wish to grow artistically? Do you wish to grow mentally, you know, in terms of knowledge and intellect? Do you, like, which ways do you wish to grow? I would say that's where your purpose may be found. You know, that's where it may reside. But yeah, I don't think life just has some purpose. I think it's life is what you make it, and it's very different for everybody, you know. So yeah, but I would say to flourish, ultimately. That should be the purpose, to flourish in some way, to grow. Is there a God? I don't know. Nobody knows. That's, I mean, I I could have my opinion. I think there's something of some sort of greater intelligence, some sort of higher power of some sort. Is it a god? I don't know. Are there multiple gods? I don't know. Is it an advanced species that created us or put us in some sort of simulation? And that, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I do believe there is something, because when you really just like look at the universe, it's too complex, in my opinion, to just like so many things correlate and connect so perfectly. Like just the harmony of the universe, I feel, is an evidence of higher power. Like there's just the harmony, the connection that so many things have, the correlation that so many things have. When you boil things down, just seeing like it's like deliberate, you know what I mean? Like, and you really like look into things, and you see like the golden ratio and things like this. Like it's like almost mathematical, you know, like there's a formula or some sort that cannot be just birthed by chance. I just refuse to believe that. I think many people do. Many scientists, many very intelligent people, they see it the same way. There's no way this just came from nothing and connected all so well. The chances of that would be so absurdly small and unrealistic. I don't know. That's how I see it, though. So I don't know. Like ultimately, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Does it drag when you walk? Not if I tape it to my leg. What is your favorite movie and why? Whew, that's tough. Jesus. Maybe Blair Witch Project. I love horror. I absolutely love horror, and I would say I think Blair Witch Project, the original Blair Witch Project, is my favorite horror movie. I bought the same camera, the same type of camera they used to film the movie. I live in an area that's like near where they actually filmed the movie, so I visited like places they went to in the movie, like actual places, took pictures there. I think it's the greatest psychological horror film of all time. And it's one of the most impactful horror films of all time. I like the way they use the internet. I have a whole video about the Blair Witch Project if y'all want to check it out. So I can like link that in the video like right now. But or whenever at the end of the video, whatever. But yeah, I think Blair Witch Project is probably my favorite movie of all time. There's many movies I love, like absolutely love, like I don't know, Casino, Django, so many movies, dude. Hereditary. Yeah, there's so many. I'm a big movie buff. I've seen hundreds and hundreds of movies. I write them all down and rate them. Like I have like lists and lists of movies. Like I think in 1 year I watched almost 200 movies. Yeah, I'd watch like 2 movies a day or some shit for as long as I could. And like I have this list on my phone. Let's see movies. Yeah, see, like I don't know if you got to see, but like these are all just like movies I watched. And it just keeps going and going, and I have like ratings next to all of them. Yeah, these are all just movies. Each like line you see is movies, and like these ones are like these little things are like the year, like all the movies. So yeah, I watched shit tons of movies. I love movies. And yeah, man, there's just so many good movies. Oh my god, there's so many good movies. I love movies. But yeah, yeah, it's just I don't know. Yeah, Blair Witch Project probably. Is there something unknown about the universe that you would like to know, or you'd rather not, and why? Damn, that's tough, man. Like, it really is like the or not part is what's really getting me. Like, yeah, I do like that there's kind of a mystique, a mystery, you know, the universe in our existence in general, all of our existences. It's very enigmatic. We don't really know. Really, it's kind of like uncharted waters, you know, death and beyond. We don't know, and that does leave a fascination, you know, with us all. You know, there's like a curiosity, maybe. I don't know. At least for me, I'm fascinated. I'm curious. It lets me be. If I knew there was something, if I just knew for sure that there was something that just continues on after I live and die, whatever, and it's just things are gonna go on, whatever. I may not be so inclined to make the most of what I have now and what I perceive to be my one shot at life. If I knew I had many shots at life, I'd probably just lay back a little bit. You know what I mean? But I want to see, since I don't know for sure if this is the end when it ends, I want to make the most of what I have right now while I can. You know, so yeah, I don't know. I would want to know more about history though, and more about life outside of our solar system. And yeah, I would say that that's what I would wish to know. Like, I want to know what the oldest civilization really is. I want to know the extent of our contact with alien life. Is there alien life? The government seems to have confirmed so many times, so I want to know, like, to what extent have we had contact with them? What is their purpose? What do they want from us? Do they want anything from us? If an asteroid were to head or hurl towards Earth, would they do anything to save us? I'm curious. Like, I want to know these things. This is what piques my interest, so yeah, I would say I just want to learn more about that type of stuff. Would you allow a submissive beta to worship you like the alpha king you are? I'm not even making this up. This was actually asked to me. I can't zoom in without showing his face. I don't want to show his face because I don't want to, like, intrude on his privacy. But, like, here's a piece from that message. Kind of see it? Would you, like, that's... You're funny, bro. Like, I don't know how to answer that, bro. Like, what? I don't think I'm an alpha king. Like, I'm just a guy, dude. How to get a date with a woman in 2024. Start a conversation with her, and understand that this is not the last woman on earth, and if she doesn't like you, it is not the end of the world. There are plenty of women out there. But I would say the number one tip to get a date with a woman is start a conversation with her, and try to be funny. Humor certainly works. I have a whole video about, like, interacting with women. If you want to watch it, it's somewhere on my Just Chatting tab. I'm pretty sure it's called, like, How to Attract Women, or some like clickbait thing like that, but, like, yeah, I, like, go in depth, like, really really deep about it. Someone says, how many bodies do you have? I have 29. Am I proud of that? Not really. And I've not been using dating apps recently. I've been talking to one person. I've been good recently. I've been very good. I've been very well behaved, very controlled. I'm telling you, I'm gonna work. When I say I'm gonna work on myself and change something, I mean that shit. So I still have the, and usually I would be at like 32 by now or something, or 31 at least. So in that amount of time, so I've been good. I'm like practicing just being loyal. Just one person. Yeah, boom. So there we go. Just want to say thanks for all the killer advice. Wow, thank you very much. Do you want to beat my cheeks, baby? I'm not making this up. I swear to God, dude. I can't show it, but, like, I'm not making. Someone said this to, like, bro. I don't know you. I don't even know what your age is. I can't answer that. Opinion on circumcision. I don't know. I don't think I have an opinion on circumcision. I've never thought about it, like, profoundly. I've never sat and, like, contemplated circumcision. I don't think I have one. What's a secret talent you have? I don't think I really have it. Oh, fighting. Yeah, I would say that's my secret talent. I'm pretty good at fighting. How tall are you? I'm like 6'1", shoes on. I don't actually know how tall I am. I'm like between 6 foot, 6'1", 6'1". I don't know. I'll say 6'1". I don't know, but maybe 6 foot. I don't know. But yeah. Let's see. How to enjoy loneliness. Spend more time with yourself. Learn to enjoy your own company. Stop occupying your mind with sounds and noise and outside external things. Just spend time with yourself. Talk to yourself. What I'm doing right now, I'm just sitting in my room for like an hour straight. I'm just talking to myself. Just getting to know myself. Well, no, I'm answering questions, but when I usually do these videos, I'm just sitting there in a room, dark room, talking to myself. I'm not talking to anybody. I'm just talking to myself. Sitting here talking, chatting, having fun, enjoying my own company. And you'll get to the point where other people have to compete with you for your own company, because you'll learn to enjoy your own company so much. So go to the movies by yourself and just enjoy it. Just enjoy the moment for what it is. Stop thinking what other people are going to think about you. Oh, people are going to think I'm weird because I'm at a restaurant by myself or I'm at the movies by myself. Nobody gives a shit. As soon as you leave their line of sight, they forgot you even existed. Nobody cares. And even if they do care, why do you care that they care? You don't even know them. Who cares? Who gives a shit? Stop caring. Stop caring what other people think. Care about what you think. All right, spend more time with yourself. Just spend more time with yourself. Stop listening to music everywhere you go or bringing a speaker to the beach or whatever the hell you do. I don't know what you do, but just spend more time thinking about it. Ask yourself questions and then contemplate those questions all by yourself. Get to know yourself. A lot of people, they don't know anything about themselves because they spend so much time with their friends that don't actually their friends, and they don't, they don't even have their best interest in mind. Blah, 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 blah. Just spend more time with yourself. Learn to enjoy your own company. And just reflect. Think about what you think. And then think about why you think what you think about what you think. And then just keep going. Just keep digging. Keep digging. Keep digging. And think about your experiences in life and what shaped you. And what led you to become the person you are. What led you to blossom into this person you are today? What shaped you? What experiences? Did you get bullied when you were younger? Why did you get bullied? Was it all or were they just mean? Or was there a reason? Was there a reason you got bullied? Because usually there's a reason. People, just think about these things. Don't just see yourself as the victim of something. Don't think about what could I have done differently. So, why were people doing this? Why were people saying this? Just explore yourself. I don't know what you've been through. I don't even know if you've been bullied. I don't know what kind of experiences you've had, but ponder on them. Ask yourself questions and then answer those questions, and then ask yourself, well, why do I have these specific answers to these questions? And why were these even the questions I chose to ask myself in the first place? Why do I want to know this about myself? What would this tell me about myself? Why would this answer help me in any way? Why does my mind work like this? Just be grossly curious about your own self. Be disgustingly, narcissistically curious about your own self, and just keep digging and digging and digging. That's what I would suggest. That's how you enjoy your own loneliness, is constantly be discovering new things about yourselves, and then question those discoveries and question your trauma. Many of us have some sort of trauma. Many of us have some sort of trauma. Question it. Explore that, the effects it's had, why it took place in the first place, what you could have done differently, how you would have been shaped if you didn't have that trauma, what the type of person you would be, and the type of person you can become despite having that trauma. Explore these things. Not a question. Started watching you on YouTube, and then here you're a big inspo. Look up to you. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad you look up to me. I mean, am I glad? I don't know. That's kind of scary. I don't know. Be careful who you look up to. I mean, I would like to believe I'm a decent person to look up to. I don't really preach for awful things or anything. I kind of want to lead people down the right path, or some sort of morally correct path. I don't know, but what's morally correct to me may be morally incorrect to somebody else. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm good to look up to or not. I would like to believe I am, but I would like to believe many things about myself. So none of that makes it true. Zodiac sign. I'm a Sagittarius. How do you deal with people harassing you over your opinion, or have you played in a match? Okay, so they're asking being harassed for just harassment I deal with. How do I deal with it? I don't care, bro. What I've experienced in my life, bro? I go through real ass shit and have gone through real ass shit. Why would I care about what some random on the internet has to say about me? Plus I grew up getting roasted by my friends. Bro, we roasted the shit out of each other growing up, dude. I've heard it all already before any of these dorks on the internet could say anything about me, and people try to psychoanalyze me and try to hit these low blows and shit. I don't know you. I don't care what you think about me. You could never know me better than I know myself. So why would I care what you have to think about me? It's usually people that don't really know themselves truly. They're the ones that get affected by these things to some great degree. I don't give a shit. I know me, and you don't know me, and you could never know me as well as I know me, even if you did know me. So I don't care what you think. It doesn't affect me. It just doesn't matter. Yeah. And I also, I like to read and interact with negative comments like harassment, because, I think like there's something to take away from everybody, whether you like the person or not, whether they're insulting you or not, there are things to reflect on, because you have some people who are just assholes that just insult you for no reason, but then again, you also have many people that are insulting you for a reason. So it's actually helped me like with my content, like reflect on like some things I do, some things I say, etc., etc. Yeah. So it's not always a bad thing. I like criticism. I love criticism. Now, do I engage with it? Will I like challenge it and want to debate about it? Sure, yeah, but that doesn't mean I'm against it. Everyone has a voice. Everyone has a right to criticize everything. I don't give a shit. It's like let me know what you think. I'm not trying to, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's how I see it. So yeah, that's how I deal with it. Is I just don't let it get to me. I'm a pretty confident. I mean, confident. I don't know. I'm a pretty self-aware person. I would like to believe. Pretty self-aware. I understand myself quite well. I know me. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just. Yeah. I feel. I'm not really sensitive in that way. I don't let words get to me. I don't really let anything get to me. It is what it is. I don't care. Do it jiggle? Yes. Why are you not playing on your PC? Because I'm recording a video on my PC. How long have you been working out for? Since I was in middle school, I've been working out. Yeah. I've been working out for a very long time. The thing that got me into working out is in middle school, this guy was beating people at like arm wrestling, because arm wrestling was like really big at some point in middle school, and all the girls were like really attracted to his muscles when he would arm wrestle, and they always talk about his arms. So then I started working out. I think this was like 6th or 7th grade, but I was like, damn, he gets all the, you know what I'm saying? He's getting all the bitches out there. Shit, I need some muscle. So you see like videos of me, or like pictures of me in middle school, and I'm like my arm is jacked as shit. I know it's like hard to tell because like, it's shadow right now. I don't look big. I don't look like as big as I actually am and shit. But yeah, it's kind of funny. If Clown was removed and you had to switch mains, who would it be besides Trapper? This is a DBD question for people that aren't here from my Dead by Daylight videos. I don't know, dude. I actually don't know. That's tough. I don't really like many killers in the game. Maybe Chucky or something, because I can like pull off cool mind games, or like Hag if she didn't suck. Any advice for dieting? Anything I should try to eat to help muscle gain / muscle loss? Look, I am no dietary expert. I am no fitness genius guru. I do what works for me. And I've gotten many compliments in the gym about my growth. Like comparing me to other people in the gym, people saying like, dude, you're growing like rapidly. So I think I would like to understand. I don't do anything like technically well, by the way. I do what works for me, but I've learned over the years what has worked for me. I think eating eggs, I usually eat 3 to 4 eggs after workout. Yeah, that's very good. I drink a lot of water. That's very good. If you maybe start taking creatine to develop muscle, or like not develop, it'll help you develop muscle, but like retain some water so you'll look a little bigger. That could help as well. I don't snack. I don't drink soda. I don't consume copious amounts of sugar. I try to get as much sleep as possible. That sleep is very important, but I only get like 4 hours a day or some shit. I mean, I am up at 5:48 a.m. right now, so do as I say, not as I do. Eat a lot. I eat a shit ton of food. I eat loads of chicken and just like protein. I'm just like, I try to get as much as possible. I don't get as much as I should. I don't take pre-workout or post-workout or any of that shit, dude. I raw dog this shit, man. Yeah, man, I'm pretty basic, dude. I just work my ass off. Like, I go hard in the gym, dude. So my gains aren't from like my expert diet, my awesome diet. It's because I'm just in the gym every single day working my ass off. And I just started taking rest days to help develop muscle, because I've heard, that's really good for developing muscles, those rest days, so I just started taking rest days. So every like 3 days, I have like arms, shoulders, chest, back, and then legs, and then cardio every single day, on all those days. 15 minutes of cardio, usually hitting the bag. And then I take a rest day, and then boom, right back at it. I used to just go day by day by day, no breaks. But yeah, just stop snacking. Don't eat bullshit. And you should know what bullshit is. You know, like snack foods, ultra processed bullshit. Stop eating this stuff. Someone said, why are you so damn fine? I think it depends where you put me. You know what I mean? Like, if you put me in New York, I'm but like, if you put me in West Virginia, you know what I'm saying? Like, then I'm like, oh, okay, like shit, you know, it's really looking up for me. But I don't know. It's just probably like symmetry and like these lines on my face. The reason people call me like Skinny Pete and shit. I think maybe like that's why. Maybe my eyebrows. I don't do my eyebrows, but a lot of people compliment me on that. And my eyelashes, they're like really long. Yeah, I think I have like a decent facial structure. My nose has like a decent shape. A lot of people compliment me on my lips. A lot of people compliment my lips. So yeah, I don't. Maybe that's why people think I'm fine. I don't know. I'm also tall and light skinned, so that I'm sure that helps as well. If you could have dinner with any celebrity, dead or alive, who would it be? Woo! Damn! No, that's like, I can't even think of that on the spot. I'm answering all these on the spot. If I had like time to write answers out, I would come with these like really intellectual, deep, you know, answers that are just so good and so just full of all this knowledge. But I'm just like popping shit off the top of the head at 6 a.m., dude. So, you know, that's a thinker though. I don't know. That's tough. I have no idea. There are so many people I find absolutely fascinating. I don't know if I can even answer that. Maybe, dude, I don't know, bro. Like, I would, Gigi Allen would be one of them. I have a whole list of like people that I find incredibly interesting. So like, it maybe be one of these people, and this isn't even like my fault. I'm gonna make more. Like I want to put like Masahiro Ito in there and shit. Like all types of people I find to be incredibly interesting. Dude, I don't know, man. I can't answer that. That's too tough. You know, I would have to really like delve deep into. Yeah, I'd have to delve very, very deep. I don't know. Someone said, "Are you a porn star?" Used to be, I guess. I mean, like, I wouldn't call myself a star. I created it. I had videos, and like my channel got pretty big, but I deleted it. So technically, no, I'm not. I was. I did it. I wasn't a star though. Let's see. Play a Roblox horror game. I've never understood like the hype with Roblox. It's just like mad to me. You know what I mean? Like, it just looks like goofy, like some like childish shit. I don't know. What's the happiest you've ever been and why? I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question. I have no idea. I don't think I can answer that one. Yeah, I don't know. I've had moments where I've been like content with life. I feel like, oh, things are cool, but I don't think I've ever been like happy. You know what I mean? I don't know if I've ever like thoroughly like experienced happiness. I don't know if I've ever experienced that. You know what I mean? Like genuine happiness. And if I have, it's come very few and far between. And that's like so far back in my memory, or so, you know, like deep in my memory, I'd have to really dedicate some time to like think of those moments. It's usually just like times where I'm at like dinner with my family though, you know, like I'm pretty happy. When I've done well at the gym, like sparring, I would say like that's a feeling of happiness, but it's so brief. It exists for such a small moment that like I don't know if I can even answer that question. What's the happiest I've ever been and why? I don't think I've seen that level of happiness yet, like worthy of even like bringing that answer to the table or that experience. I don't think I've experienced it yet. Maybe one day I will, hopefully, but I don't think we are entitled to happiness in general. So if I don't ever experience that feeling, that's okay. That's fine. I'm not looking to be happy in life. That's not what I want out of life. I'm looking for self-fulfillment. That's what I want. I don't want happiness. I just want self-fulfillment. If you were a teacher, what subject would you teach? Ooh, what kind of teacher? Like, are we talking like professor or like in school? Like if it was in school, maybe English or history. And then if I was a professor, maybe like philosophy, history, English. Yeah. Those are classes I love a lot. And what is your stance on religion? I don't know. Religion, you know, Religion is incredibly powerful. There's a lot, it can teach people lots of principles that, if they don't have, like some sort of like strong family structure, or, the correct sort of guidance in their life, that they may lack. So religion can, just like many other things, can give them a structure. I don't think it's, imperative, but, I think it can be incredibly important for some people. I don't like the dogmatism within religion, and just like the radical nature of some religions, or like the way some people get. It's not like on the religion that people get like that. It's just how people get. Naturally, humans are incredibly flawed. So yeah, but religion, I don't think anything. I don't really have like much of a stance on it. I think it depends who's the extent to which people delve into it. You know what I mean? It can be healthy or it can be unhealthy, like many things. It needs a balance. It needs a balance. And for the last one, I would love to know what your goals are with the major you're pursuing in college. So my major is communications. Communications major, a lot of people say it's a complete waste of money and it's a scam, blah, blah, blah. But the way I see it is like communications major, it's a lot like a fishing pole. And if you give a fishing pole to somebody that knows how to fish, they can feed a whole village. But if you give a fishing pole to someone that doesn't know how to fish, then they're going to starve to death. So it's only as strong as, it's only as powerful as what you can make of it. You know what I mean? It's only as useful as whatever you can do with it. So I love to communicate. I love the subjects within my communications major, and I don't know like exactly what I wish to do with it specifically once I graduate, but I just know it's something I'm passionate about, and I think passion breeds excellence. So yeah, I don't know. I don't have the answer right now. I'm still very much exploring myself in life and what I wish to do, what I want to do with myself in my life and my career, etc. But I know that this is the general area that I wish to be in and work in. I know this is what it's you know what I mean? It's the environment I enjoy. So yeah. But I don't know specifically what I want to do. I just enjoy talking and sharing ideas and learning about people and communicating. I think communication is incredibly important. It is the foundation of every relationship you will ever form, and that has ever been formed throughout all of human history. The basis has always been communication. It's an incredibly important skill. It helps you move up in life. It can help you not burn bridges or burn bridges. It can help you find the perfect lover. It can help you do so much. Just having like the ability to communicate well and effectively. Communication is incredibly important and incredibly slept on, and it is a skill that is slowly becoming lost. The art of conversation, the art of communication, it's slowly withering away. And I think it's important to be able to have people that can communicate effectively and not show incredible, disgusting bias and bullshit. People that can just like, I don't know. I'm kind of ranting here. We're hitting kind of like the hour mark. So yeah, that's what I want to do though, is communications. I don't know the exact job I want or anything like that quite yet. So yeah. But yep. Those are the questions that people ask. I couldn't answer all of them. I don't have time. And I have questions like, how do beans work? I don't know how to answer that. It's a bean, bro. I don't know. So yeah, there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed though. Comment your thoughts below. I love reading y'all's comments and interacting with y'all and creating discussions in the comments. Hopefully, leave a comment. It really helps with the algorithm as well. So that's fantastic. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of y'all's day. Be healthy. You know what I mean? Get in the gym if you're not in there. Make the most of yourself. Be curious about life. Always be a student. Act like a sponge. Soak it all up. And yeah, guys. Hope you guys enjoy. If this is like your first time viewing a video like this, let me know what y'all thought of it. And if y'all will come back for more. Thank you.